What's up, YouTube? My name is Ghrei, and today we are back with another version of The Test. I bought this all as a bundle, after I bought the first test, and since you guys wanted more, I'm giving you more. Let's see what we get. And I am keeping track of the phrases that we get. And number one was appreciate. I have it as a little note next to me in case there's anything else we can do. So we're just gonna hop right into this. Before experiencing the test hypothesis rising, it is highly recommended that you've played its prequel, The Test, first, before venturing into this experience. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played The Test first, and this examination will also make a bit more sense as it carries on from where the last examination left off. I would like to urge you to go and play The Test now before venturing forward and follow the instructions listed throughout the game, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in the order they were meant to be taken in. Would you like to close this game now so you can have the opportunity to play the test first? You will not get a chance to exit the game until the experience is over if you choose to continue now. I've already played the test. I've already played the test. Wonderful news. We can continue. Oh, this music, though. Yo, it's... Okay, so they actually have a name here. So we're talking directly to Fate. Also, I don't like the girl with the blood. Was that in the first test? I don't like that bloody girl with the teddy band, the blood stains everywhere, the catsup, and then all the frickin' chimpanzee paw prints on the front of the table. What are you trying to play me for? Also, there's a fire going on back in that fireplace, but there's absolutely nothing as fuel. And all the cobwebs aren't catching on fire in front of the fire. Again, the help over there written in catsup or whatever the heck it's called. The poor bed's all a mess. You didn't clean up the girl's face after she enjoyed her french fries. What's wrong with you? Jeez. Anyways, get those goofies out, because now we're buckling down and taking this test. I don't know what it has in store. Hello and welcome to my office. It's truly a pleasure to see you here today. Please excuse the mess. I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time with blibber blabber and nonsensical speak, so I'll just get straight to the point. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves life's tough questions. There's one question in particular I'd like for you to ask yourself. Are you happy? And when I say happy, I don't mean content. Being content is great, but it's not the same as being happy. I want to help you. I want to inspire you to be the best that you can be. I want to inspire you to be the happiest person of yourself. I want to see you grow, inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this, you might be asking? Good question. Allow me to explain. I am going to ask you a series of questions, and you are going to answer them with 100% entire honesty. And when I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% entire honesty. Think about it. You do want to be happy, don't you? You wouldn't want to do something so bold as to tempt fate by lying, would you? Just remember, if you lie, the only person you're lying to is yourself. The only person who will suffer from this is you. And believe me, you will suffer. Not to mention the fact that whatever you tell the truth or not, I'll know. Whether you tell the truth or not, I'll know. But that's another story. Let's be moving on, shall we? We've wasted enough time explaining what we're going to be doing. Just remember, we all want to be good people. We all want to give the answers that we feel lend the most desirable human traits within ourselves. But sometimes, good people do bad things. And sometimes we don't always have desirable traits as humans. I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may make you. Now it's time to get into the real meat of this experience. It's time for you to get the advice that you deserve. As you read questions and scenarios during this process, I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at the answer that best suits your own psyche. If you've never experienced the scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have and try to assume how you might feel in that situation. I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water, sit back, and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret to overcoming the next hurdle in your life. We're going to start with some basic, easy questions. And here we go. Oh, what with the sounds again? Are you serious? If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about many different variables. Many different factors are at play here, including the amount of time taken to answer proposed questions. With that being said, it's far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. Whatever you do, do not rush the process. Time is your best friend here. You'll see what I mean soon enough. Do you feel uncomfortable right now? Yes, I do! Thank you for asking. You lanky-ass long hair. I'm the only one in these pots who can have long hair. Are you nervous? I'm uncomfortable, but not nervous, no. Do you feel cold? Why, yes, I do, because I live in mini Snowda, okay? Do you feel sad? At the moment, no. In general, usually, unfortunately, that's yes. But at this very moment, no. Have you ever hurt someone because you were hurting even though they didn't deserve it? I believe I have. When you lash out in anger, you unintentionally hurt others. Do you crave acceptance by others? You know, again, as much as I'd hate to admit it, I really do. There's something in me that really just doesn't want to make people upset, wants people to approve of me, wants to ensure that I'm not a hindrance to be around, I guess. And I feel like the best way to prove that to myself is acceptance by others. So yeah, I really do. Then again, don't most people? Have you ever lost a loved one? I have indeed, my grandma. And I still haven't forgiven myself for not going to her funeral or seeing her in the hospital. I couldn't bring myself to. Do you know what heartbreak feels like? Yes, and you're immediately bringing my mood down, Fate! Do you believe in demons? Oh, here we go. I don't believe in demons. Well, this is a bit of an interesting question. Because if you consider demons as, like, the quote-unquote demons in your closet, a more... big yawn, in a more metaphorical sense, then yes, I do believe in that kind of a demon. But, like, blatant demons? No. But considering I believe in the concept of things that almost act on their own in your mind that keep you from doing things, I do, yes. Do you believe in curses? That I don't. I don't go that far. No, I really don't. Would you consider yourself to be spiritual? Now that one's tough to answer. I don't think I'd usually consider myself to be spiritual. I mean, again, in the sense of spiritual as in I think we have something like a soul or we have some form of soul, yes. But spiritual as in praying and at one with myself, no. I don't think I'm spiritual in the sense that they're getting at. Are you afraid of dying alone? Yes, and again, aren't we all? Isn't that just a part of being human? If there was undeniable proof that a ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? Unless it wanted me to leave and would kill me otherwise or seriously injure me or torture me, I think I would stay. Even if it would have to torture me to a really severe degree. But I think I would still live in my house. Mainly because I'm curious about why it's a ghost and why it's haunting this area, and I'd want to help it get back to the afterlife. Have you ever seen an object mysteriously move without being touched? No, but I lose stuff all the time. That one. I lose stuff all the time, but mysterious? No. Do you believe that it's possible for a game to summon supernatural forces into your life without you knowing it? I didn't before now! No! Maybe! God! You know what? No, it's all zeros and ones when you boil it down to it. It's all zeros and ones, so no. It would be the game's creator, if anything. Would you like to make more friends? I would indeed. I don't have many right now. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? Unfortunately, I wouldn't. I don't, and maybe that's depression. Maybe it's also the fact that, like, it's hard for me to carve out time with my friends because I have a full-time job. I'm trying to do YouTube here. I really just, I can't say that I fully do. I don't think I consider myself to be a good friend. Do you feel lonely? Usually, yes. Because I do have Storm and I do have friends, but I have one friend in real life that I can actually go up and talk to face-to-face. I haven't met anyone else face-to-face. Also, could you shut that banshee up in the background or whatever cat you're torturing, please? I'm trying to take your test here. Oh, God! Yeah, fuck you. God, that actually got me a little bit. Talk to me. Why? I am! Bruh! Do you make friends easily? I don't think so. It's hard for me to get social norms, so I don't think so. Do you tend to avoid drama where possible? I really do. I'm not a fan of drama. I'm just not. Have you ever had a near-death experience? Yes, because I went too far into the pool, and I'm not a great swimmer, and my dad had to save me because I was about to drown. So yes, I have. Do you like horror movies? More than I should! Yes! This is all very interesting. Have you played the test? I have. You can look at my computer's files if you don't believe me. That's the spirit. Have you played the horoscope? I have not, but I'm interested. Give it a whack. I'm totally not biased or anything. Actually, you know what? Hold on. And we return to the question, do you watch Prawn? You know what? I'm very offended that you would ask that question, okay? It's very inappropriate. You don't need to know that, alright? It's not something you just ask people. Yes, I have a lot. Don't look at my browser history. Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? I would, honestly. Well, I don't think I work very hard unless I can get myself to start working. And when I start working, I do work hard. So it's a iffy yes at best. Do you have a low opinion of yourself? Oh my god, you have no idea! Would you consider yourself to be a confident person? Not really, no. And I might seem confident on stream and stuff, but like, I'm really not. I'm never really confident. Not unless I get really heated up. Which isn't me as a person, that's me as a temperament. Would you help an old lady cross the street even if you were running late for an appointment? Yes, I'm already running late. Which means I'm already not gonna get there on time, so why wouldn't I help the lady cross the street? It's what, 5 minutes max to help her? Bruh, who wouldn't? Would you kill all of your neighbor's pets just to save one of your own? I would not, because I know what it's like to lose a pet, and I would never willingly put someone through that. And there's the horoscope done. Okay, sweet. Have you ever tried to smother yourself with a pillow to see if you could actually suffocate yourself? Now this one, it's not masochism, it's not suicidal tendencies. It's literally just something that I tried as a kid to see how long I could hold my breath, so technically yes. Have you ever been caught dancing when you thought no one was watching? No, because I've never danced. Have you ever tried to roll your eyes back so far just to see if they'd really get stuck? Yeah, I was that kid. For sure. Have you ever Have you ever played a practical joke that you regret pulling on someone? There's no practical jokes that I've played on anyone that I regret because I've never played practical jokes. Although there was one time in middle school where I helped with a practical joke by, So our English teacher, oh, that was a voice track. Our English teacher, Mr. Schwingle, kept a little raven statue for Edgar Allan Poe up on top of the speaker in our classroom. In his classroom, I should say. And I was tall enough at that age to get it down and put it on his desk. Now, my sister, in her class, she saw someone do that before and it scared the crap out of him. And it had happened many times before. And I knew that. So what my class agreed to do was to have a kid hide under his desk and then jump out at him when he sat down. And oh boy, did he get caught off guard by that one. Everyone had a good laugh about it, though. So no, I don't regret pulling a joke at anyone. The only joke I was ever involved in was taken well. Are you streaming live right now? No, you little turnmonger! I am not streaming live right now! Are you recording the— Yes, I am. But see, that one's not as surprising, because you already asked if I'm streaming it. So, yeah, I'm recording it, you little butt muncher. If I told you that I was watching you play this game right now, would you believe me? Excuse me. I might. Because it's not necessarily around me. There could be a way that you're watching me play this, like, just by, in a secretive way, looking at my screen through yours, like a screen share kind of deal. So, yeah, I'd probably believe you. I probably would. If you've left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. Does this bother you? No, because I've never left a comment. If you've left a comment for me, does it make you feel positive that I've paid attention to what you've taken the time to write? No, because I've never left a comment. Do you understand that no matter what, I appreciate you? That one, in my mind, unfortunately, is immediately no. And it would be that for anyone I talk to. If anyone told me that, my brain would not let me believe them. So the answer is no. I really do. Maybe. Are you afraid of snakes? That's a weird jump, but no, I'm not. I mean, I'm going to keep my distance from them because I value my life, and they're weird when they, because I've had one coil around my arm before, but it was like a tamed snake, and it felt really weird, the scales and stuff, but that made me, like, flinch more than be afraid, so I wouldn't say I'm afraid, no. I'm cautious, not afraid. Do you believe in magic? I believe in magic in the sense that magic is just science we haven't discovered yet, so yes. Have you cried in the last month? No, actually, even though I should. Crying is a healthy behavior, and none of y'all should feel ashamed for crying. That's something that I always want to emphasize. Do you have a hero? I do, Shane Koishan, because he's the guy that got me back into writing and inspired me to start voice acting and doing YouTube and stuff. Though, that is in tandem with Robin Williams, because, of course, he's a national icon. So yes, I do. Do you typically learn from your mistakes? Not for a long time. I have to make the same mistake a lot, so more often than not, no. Do you enjoy outdoor activities? Not really. I'm not a fan of bugs. I'm not a fan of the outdoors in general, because, I don't know, it's just, it's too much sometimes, you know? It's just a little overwhelming for me, so not over much, no. Would you consider yourself to be lazy? Yes! And whether that's depression talking or my actions, it's up for debate, but I think I am, yes. Do you sometimes find it difficult to stay motivated? I do. I really do. Especially when it comes to writing COG. Because that usually takes me a long time. So yes. Do you put the needs of others before yourself? Every single time that someone asks me to do something for them, I do it before whatever I need to do. I have not eaten for like a day straight. Because I was trying to help someone get stuff cleaned up. And taken care of. So Yes, I put the needs of others before myself, probably to a problematic degree. Would your friends and family describe you as kind? Yes, even though I personally don't see it. Can someone shut that banshee SCP-96 head ass up? And stop whispering sweet nothings into my ear. Take me out to dinner first, bruv. Alright. Have you ever cheated in a relationship? No, I have not. And I refuse to ever consider that idea because I despise it with a burning passion. Have you ever been cheated on in a relationship? Not to my knowledge, and I hope I never am. Would you consider yourself to be judgmental? Unfortunately, yes, but yet again, who isn't as a human being? It's in our nature. I see. Are you a hero to someone else? I don't think so. I think they were happy to have my help. There was a girl that I was helping. I think I was in 4th or 5th grade. She was in 1st or 2nd. And for a couple of years while I was still in elementary school, I helped her learn English because she was foreign to the country and she was having trouble. And I remember during 6th grade, a year after all of that happened, I was getting on the bus to go home for my final summer vacation before going to middle school, and she ran up and she gave me a giant hug, and I just about cried on the spot. 'Cause, goddamn, it just feels nice to know that you helped someone, I guess. But I don't think I would be considered her hero. I think she would consider me a good teacher, but a hero? I don't think so. Do you love animals? I do, yeah. I do love animals. Have you ever found a family member on Tinder and wanted to hit them with a super like just to make shit real awkward? I have never Sweet Home Alabama'd anyone. No, Fate. I have not. Yeah, me neither. Do you enjoy drinking alcohol? No, I'm never touching a drop because I have an addictive personality, but thank you. Are you intoxicated right now? No, I'm not. Bruh, well that makes one of us. Yeah, you know what? Get your drunk ass out of here, boy. Do you like the phrase, sneaky snake? I do. I love me a little sneaky snake. Yes, I do. Are these questions a bit strange to you? Yes, they are. Do you have a vivid imagination? To a problematic degree, yes. Yes, I do. Do you feel uncomfortable in large social settings? I really do. I am very much an introvert. I don't like huge social settings. The ones that I will tolerate are VidCon, which I've always wanted to go to, and the State Fair. And possibly powwows, depending on how big those are, because I promised Storm that I would go to one with her. So, yes, I do feel uncomfortable in them. Big yawning coming. Okay. Would you consider yourself to be antisocial? I would. I really would. Do you hold a grudge for long periods of time? Fudge. Only against myself. But in the general, no. Not in general. Almost died, Jesus. No, I don't consider myself to hold grudges at all against anyone except myself. I literally have tried before with step monsters in the past, and I cannot. Have you ever urinated in public? Not in public, but I did piss behind the shed in the backyard when I was like 5, so... Bleh. I don't think so, not in public. Do you like pineapple on your pizza? No, I just don't like pineapple in general, not even the flavor. Acid reflux, the stringiness, it don't vibe with me, mate. I'm sorry. Would you consider yourself to be selfish? Yes, and it's probably depression because I'm very not self-caring. But it's asking if I myself would consider myself to be selfish, so yes. Do you think you've got a big ego? That one I don't. I need more of an ego, because, like, I don't have one right now. And if you guys disagree, comment below with, comment below with thick ego, with 2 C's. Thick ego. If you disagree with me. Would you consider yourself kinky? Oh, you have no idea. Again, please don't look at my browser history. Have you ever masturbated into a fishbowl? No, I can't say that I have. Well, then you can't be that kinky. Boy, you know what? You alone, Fate, you're gonna look through my browser history and disagree. Would you consider yourself to be religious? No. The Step Monster ruined that for me when I went to a Christian camp, made some friends, actually got a girlfriend in the youth church group, and then she's literally pulled me out of it and said, you're supposed to learn about God, you're not supposed to make friends. So, needless to say, that kind of ruined it for me. So, no, I'm not religious. And not only that, but I found that religion isn't really helpful for me in the slightest, and it's hard for me to believe any of it, so it doesn't work for me. Would you consider yourself to be temperamental? That I would, and you guys can attest to that. If you had to kill someone to save your own life, but you knew they didn't deserve it, would you do it? No! 1, because I see every other life more valuable than my own, and 2, they didn't deserve to be killed, so I would not kill them. I have things that I deserve to be put down for, at least in my own mind. So, I'd rather I go than them. Simple as that. No. Interesting. Would you sacrifice your own life for a complete stranger? Yes, I just basically said that, didn't I? I would sacrifice my life for a complete stranger, because sure, they might be worse than me, but there's also a chance that they'd be better than me in every conceivable way. Nicer, just a better person in general. And if it's them or me, and there's a chance that they're a good person, which is getting more rare in today's world, then I'd rather I go than them. So yes. Even more interesting. Have you ever been inside of a burning building? No, I haven't, but with my job, I've been on the site after the fact a couple of times, and it's bad. Have you ever been to a funeral? No, and again, I regret never going to my grandmother's. If you could attend your own funeral before you died, would you take the opportunity to do so? Out of sheer morbid curiosity, yes. If you could see into the future, but you were told that it would only reveal the absolute worst of what's in store for you, would you still look? Yes, because then that means it can only be better than that. And that's the worst, which means that the best could possibly be the opposite end of the spectrum. Sure, it might just be a slightly better, but again, it could be the opposite end of the spectrum. So, yes, I would like to know. Also, again, out of morbid curiosity. If you had the power to stop time, would you use it to do something you know you shouldn't do? Probably. But not like committing a crime or anything like raunchy or lewd or shit like that, no. It'd just be probably stopping time out of the sheer fact that I can stop time, giving me more time to think, giving me an advantage in getting work done too, I guess. But nothing that would be inherent with like what you'd think from a delinquent or anything. So yes, but not much. If you had the power to remove one person from Earth, never to return again, would you use it? No, because everyone's put here for a reason, and that would negate that very essence. So no. If I told you that I understand you better than you understand yourself, would you believe me? Yes, because I still don't think I understand myself at all. If someone threatened to kill you, would your first response be to react in violence? No, it would... it would be curiosity as to why, but also aggression in the form of, like, come at me, you know? You make the first move, alright? So I can defend myself. And if you don't, then you didn't want to kill me that bad in the first place. If a stranger stole money from you to support their drug addiction, would you forgive them if they apologized? If they apologized and meant it, yes. And they didn't do it again. I'm willing to give people a second chance, but depending on the crime, only a second chance. Maybe a third or fourth if it's not very bad. But at a certain point, you have to just put your foot down and say, okay, you're doing this to take advantage of me on purpose. Or you're just doing it to take advantage of me and you don't realize you are, so let's talk this through, get it out of the way. If a family member said something nasty about you behind your back, would you confront them about it directly? If it was a family member, yes. Anyone else? No. If you had to eat raw squirrel brains for 3 days to stay alive, would you do it? If I didn't have to kill the squirrels, yes. If you woke up tomorrow and none of your family remembered who you were, would you choose to leave and start a new life? Yeah, I think I would. Because I feel like they'd be better off without me in their lives, usually. As hard as that is to admit, I feel like it'd be better for them to not have to deal with me. So yes. If a homeless man was clearly sick, freezing, and utterly miserable in the rain, would you be willing to give him your clothes and walk home naked? Yes! If the cops are gonna pull me over, guess what? He needed it because he was gonna freeze to death. I have a home to go to. He doesn't. I got clothes at home. He don't. You want to cover me up? You want to throw me in jail for a bit? Whatever. I know that I did a good thing in the long run. Yes. If someone accidentally hit you in their car, but you suffered no injuries whatsoever, would you still be upset with them? Not unless they were upset that I wasn't injured, or they were actively, clearly trying to hit me. Or they didn't apologize. Yeah, I don't think I would. Have you looked for any hidden meanings or messages within these questions? I have not. Maybe you should have been. Maybe I shouldn't have been, you mind game boy! Are you wondering if there's a deeper meaning to all of this, other than just simply answering question after question? Yes, I am! At this point, it's been a while. Miracles happen every day, do you agree? Well, yeah, people's cancers are cured. Children get food to eat, new trees are planted. Not to mention, babies are born. We breathe in, breathe out every second of every day. Every day we take a step, every day we exist is a miracle. Because we are incredible as human beings. Yes, every day has a miracle, because every day has a person. Yes. Umbrellas aren't worth lugging around, and you don't mind getting rained on. Do you agree? No! I hate getting rained on. Red is a prettier color than pink. Do you agree? Prettier? No, I don't agree. I think pink can be prettier. Especially considering you have pink on your robes. That's a nice highlight of magenta, by the way. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag blowing in the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, so close from caving in? Do you ever feel... Oh, I can't remember the rest of the lyrics. Shit, hold on. Now I want to remember the rest of the lyrics. Wanting to start again, do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, so close from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep 6 feet under, screams but no one seems to hear a thing? Did you know that there's a chance for you? There's a spark in you, you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just own the night like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. If John Trump can sing it, I can too. Okay. Yes. Eating in front of people can be awkward. Do you agree? Sometimes, yeah, it can be awkward, yes. Rings used as a ceremonial wedding gift are so outdated, do you agree? Not really. I mean, maybe, but not really. I feel like a ring is a really good symbol for a bond. Like a closed circle, forever looping in on itself. No end or beginning. So I don't. Did you realize that the first letter of the last 6 questions, when combined, spells out the word murder? No, I didn't! Why do you do these things? Do you know why that is? No, I don't! Does that make you slightly uncomfortable? Yes, because now I'm thinking it might have something to do with the child with the bleeding eyes on the bed! Are you going to start paying closer attention to what you may have gotten yourself into? Probably not, no. Do you realize it's too late to turn back now? Yes, you already told me that at the beginning. Why is Freddy Fazbear screaming in the background of this game? Yes, I do. Ah! No, I don't! Stop! I don't like it! No! There are no shadows closing in because I play this midday. I do at this point feel like I'm being watched, so frick off. Yes, I looked around my room a moment ago, you prick! Do you like long walks on the beach? Nah, sand is messy and gets in everywhere. Bleh. Do you enjoy giving gifts to people? When I can afford to, yes, it feels good. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? Unfortunately, a few times, yes. Oh, I can share some deeper stories with you guys if you want me to, but I'm not going to get into it now. If you want deeper stories, just leave a comment that includes the word serious. Or just, like, serious below everything. But yeah, I'm willing to go into more serious stuff with you guys if you want me to. Do you love your family more than you love yourself? Easily. I love anything more than I love myself, though, so that's not saying a whole lot. Do you have a best friend who's clearly better than the rest of your friends? No, everyone's actually equal in their own rights. Do you think there's some kind of conspiracy behind the coronavirus? No, I don't. I think some dumbass just let a virus out that they were working on against the proper conventions, and it spread around because they were fuckwits. No, I don't. I think it's just stupidity that it's out and about. Do you believe that you're human? On the definition of human, I do not. I see myself as subhuman. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm a werewolf, or I am monkey. No, I just see myself as subhuman. I see myself in that negative of a light. So I don't. If you could turn invisible, but you could never be visible ever again once you decided to use your power for the first time, would you ever use it? No, I wouldn't. Because then I'd never be able to be seen, I'd never be able to properly hug or kiss Storm, I'd never be able to wave to my friends, I'd never be able to look someone face to face properly again. No. If you knew someone was about to rob a convenience store, but you knew that they were going to do it to feed their family, would you stop them? Only if they hurt someone to do it. I wouldn't stop them unless they started hurting people or pulled out a gun or something. But considering that isn't part of the scenario, no. If you were stranded on a remote island with a stranger and you were both starving to death, but you found a secret stash of food that they didn't know about, would you share with them? Man, I'm getting the hiccups because I ate too fast. Gosh darn it. And yes, I would. I would literally say, holy shit, there's food here, and wave him over. So yes, I would. If you could turn into an eagle for 1 year, but wouldn't be able to turn back into a person until that 1 year had passed, would you do it? No, because I have acrophobia, which is a fear of heights, and I don't want to get shot. Or killed by another animal. If you had the opportunity to earn riches beyond your wildest dreams by fighting a grizzly bear to the death using nothing but a machete and an army helmet, would you do it? No, because I am not the soldier from Team Fortress 2, and because if I had to fight it to the death to earn riches, I'm pretty sure a grizzly bear could kick my ass, so no. If you had to pick one basic food item to eat exclusively for an entire year, would you choose potatoes? Yes, because then I could cook them up however I wanted, because there's no rule against that, so yes. If pizza screamed in agony every time you bit into a piece, would you still continue to eat pizza? No, because that would imply it had some form of sentience, and I am not about eating stuff that's still alive. Your best friend got bitten in the genitals by a highly venomous snake, and the only way to save their life was to suck the venom out of their genitals. Would you do it to save them?
I'd hate to say it, but I wouldn't. There's just like this stigma in my mind against doing that. I can't say that I would. I wish I could say that I would, but I can't say I would.
Was that question difficult to answer?
Yes, it was!
Do you feel mortal?
Very much so every day.
Do you enjoy loud music?
That I do!
I do indeed. Do you feel awkward when you dance in front of others?
Yes!
But I never dance in front of others, so I imagine I would be. Do you suffer from an anxiety disorder?
Yes, you better not do anything.
You ever feel depressed?
Yes!
You're not alone.
Oh, do you have depression and anxiety too, you poor soul?
Do you feel relaxed?
No, I don't. I really don't, because you've had me on edge this whole damn time, sir. And I wasn't trying to say you poor soul in a patronizing way, it was like a sympathetic thing, but I'm not the greatest with emotions when I'm under stress like you're putting me through, fate!
Do you think you have a guardian angel watching over you?
No, I really don't think I do, because I hurt myself so many times accidentally, that angel would be out of a job.
Do you ever hear your name being called when no one could have called it?
I do, actually, yeah.
I'm going to take special note of...
No. Don't you do it!
Do you always look both ways before crossing the road?
I do, yeah. It's a habit that I've gotten into, and it's a safe one, so yeah.
Do you wash your hands every day?
Yes, because I usually use the restroom every day. If I don't use the restroom, then I'm doing my job, or doing something where I need to wash my hands. So yes.
Do you feel uncomfortable using public restrooms?
That I do, because I don't know whose ass was on there last.
Is winter your favorite season?
No, I'd say it's autumn, actually. It's just really nice in Minnesota during autumn.
Do you know anyone named Josh?
I don't, actually. I don't know anyone named Josh.
Are you wondering why that last question is relevant?
Yes, I am! Are you gonna tell me? No, you're not gonna tell me. But yes, I am allergic to animals. I'm allergic to cat dandruff and dog dandruff.
Have you ever thought about an animal in a sexual way?
No, I have not. It's one thing if it's like Lola Bunny, right? But it's a completely different thing if it's like, you know, a cat walking around on the ground just... No, I don't want to fuck it. I want to pet it. And I want to, like, pick it up and I want to pet it and I want to scratch under its chin because it'd be happy then. Get all of that fur that I can't get out itself. Make it feel nice and cool and happy. But no, not in a sexual way.
Have you ever been in love?
I'm in love right now, and I have been for the past 5 years.
Would you consider yourself to be artistic?
Would I consider myself to be artistic? Depression says no, but deep down I know the answer is yes.
Would you consider yourself to be dominant in day-to-day life?
I really wouldn't. I just try and roll with emotions, and sometimes I roll too much and don't let myself do what I have to get done, but I wouldn't.
Do you feel that you've got too much time on your hands?
No, I don't feel like I have enough. That is not one of my problems.
Can you be easily intimidated by others?
Not really. If I start to get intimidated, then I just get angry and start to try and intimidate them back. It's a response that I found out that I have that I didn't even realize for the longest time.
Are you easily excitable?
I don't know, guys. Am I easily excitable? Answer in the comments below. Gestures to every shiny I've ever encountered. Yes, I do. I think I am.
Do you enjoy solving complex problems?
I really do.
Do you have a difficult time relaxing?
Yes.
Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance?
Yes, but again, that could be depression and anxiety talking because there's no real evidence to back that up.
Do you trust easily?
Far too easily for my own good, yes. I'm also pretty gullible, to a degree.
Would you consider yourself to be an honest person?
That I would. Because I used to lie and manipulate a lot as a kid, and I despise despise those actions. I never want to do it again. Have you ever told a lie? Yes, I just said when I was younger I lied like there's no tomorrow. Have you ever lied to your best friend? That I haven't, actually, because there's no need to. Have you ever lied to your family? Unfortunately, yes. Those are the people that I really just lied to. That I really just lied to when I was younger, I should say. Have you lied about any answer during this session? No. Are you going to ask why I'm curious about all the lying? Are you wondering why all these questions have to do with lying? I got you this time, bitch! Yes, I am. This is all very useful information. Are you a people pleaser? I'm on YouTube, aren't I? Do you enjoy being the center of attention? I enjoy getting attention, but being the center of it, no. Do you feel like you've got a good sense of humor? I don't feel like I do, but others would disagree. But it's asking my opinion on that, so no. Do you frighten easily? Don't. Stop! Stop! Fuck off!
Well, that was odd. I wonder what that was about.
You're a bitch! That's what that was about!
That's probably a pretty good place for us to stop the simple segment of our questionnaire and move on to the more gritty questions.
Oh, boy!
This next set of questions will not be yes or no answers. The next portion of our session will be filled with various scenarios that put you smack dab in the middle of vital choice making. We'll see how well you handle your options as you delve deep into each scenario. Remember, the key to all of this is to answer honestly. Let's get started.
Oh boy. Oh, hell no! Get that music box the fuck off! I despise you, sir! You're home alone, it's dark, and it's storming outside. All of a sudden, there's a knock on your bedroom door. Someone's in your house. What do? I'd grab the closest item that can be used as a weapon and then wait at the door. I wouldn't just, ask who it is. I would literally stay silent, grab the closest item, and be ready for if and or when they open the door. Because my bedroom door does not have a lock on it, fun fact.
Very interesting choice. You meet a homeless woman on the street. She asks you for money. You find it within yourself to give her all the spare change you have. Just as you do, a homeless man approaches asking if you can spare some change. What do you do?
Tell the man you've got no change left to offer. Tell the homeless woman to share with the man. Tell the homeless man to ask the woman for some of her change. Tell the homeless man that you'll get some more I'd do the last one easily. In fact, if I'm not driving, if I'm walking somewhere, I'd ask for him to come with me to a nearby ATM. I'd pull up a location on my phone, I'd walk to the ATM, and I'd take out exactly as much as I gave to the woman and give it to the man. Because fair is fair.
Really now?
Alright, both your mother and your father fall incredibly ill to a life-threatening disease, and there's only enough medicine and facilities to save one of your parents, and time is of the essence. What do you do? Give medical treatment to my father, or give it to my mother, split the medication between the two even though both may die. I'd save the medical treatment for myself just in case I get sick. I'd spread it between the two because I am not choosing one of my parents over the other. I refuse to do that because I literally couldn't. I love them both. So I'd split it between the two and hope they'll both live.
That doesn't surprise me.
Does it? Does it not? Okay.
You find a case of money tucked away inside of a dumpster. Inside there's 10 solid good gold bars and a vial of mysterious liquid. Under the vial there's a note that says the cure for cancer. What do you do? Keep the gold bars, give away the cancer. Keep the cure for cancer, give away gold bars. Keep everything, or turn in all of it. I would keep the gold bars with me. And I wouldn't use it as financial stuff. I'd just keep it with me because I wouldn't trust anyone else not to just spend it. And wait until the news came out for, like, who has the case. I wouldn't even trust it anywhere else. Because 10
solid gold bars is a lot of money, but I would give in the cure to cancer because they can quickly replicate that and use it. And cure cancer. So yeah, I'd keep the gold bars and give away the cure to cancer.
What a wasted opportunity. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't judge.
Well, you are judging fate! You're stuck alone inside of your house and you're starving to death. You've completely run out of food and no one is coming to save you for weeks. The only potential source of food around you is your family pets. Kill and eat my pets, continue to starve with them, attempt to cut meat from my pets, then treat their wounds. Let my pets eat me so they can survive. I'd continue to starve along with my pets. I could not eat them. And my survival instinct is too high to let them eat me.
Why am I not surprised? Your neighbor's home is on fire, a blazing inferno among smoke and mist from the windows. You hear screams for help coming from within, but you can't see past the flames. No one else is around in sight. What do you do? Call the fire department, keep my distance, start shouting for help and searching, run into the burning home to try and rescue anyone I can, walk away, there's nothing to do. I'd probably run into the burning home to try and rescue anyone I can, honestly. I'd shout for help while I do it, though. Like, as I'm running into the house, I would shout as loud as I can for help. I like that. You're fast asleep in your bed when you're awoken by what sounds like a woman's muffled cries from somewhere in your room. It's coming from under my bed. Hide under my covers and wait patiently. You fucking bet I will. A man in a fancy suit approaches you while you're walking down the street. He pulls a watch from his pocket and hands it to you. He claims that when the watch stops ticking, it marks the moment your time runs out on this earth. What do you do? Take the watch and thank him for the gift. Decline the offer for the watch and keep walking. Tell him that he needs professional help and to keep his distance. Tell him you already got 3 of them as a toy in your Happy Meal. I'd take the watch and thank him for the gift, and then just hide it in soundproof stuff, so that I could never tell. You know, keep it safe, though. Would you now? Big yawn!
You're sitting at home, playing a game on your PC, when all of a sudden, someone grips and squeezes your shoulder firmly from behind. Jump and turn around, scream and stay still, and terror spin around with a vicious elbow to whoever's behind you. Tell them to squeeze harder. You could use a nice massage. I'd probably deliver a vicious, just an elbow behind me.
You're sitting in the bathtub trying to relax when a hand emerges from the water.
Jump out of the bath and run as fast as you can. Kick the hand and try to get her away from you. Give it a firm handshake, maybe even a solid fist bump. Push it underwater and hope that you get some free hand action. Not that last one. I'd probably do the first one. But this is familiar. It's like a really old scenario that I remember from some horror thing. At least I think so. If you guys know what it's from, let me know in the comments down below.
Clever. You get out of bed and immediately fall down into a deep dark hole. A man is standing above you looking down, telling you to put lotion on your skin while he watches. Scream for help, start slathering yourself in lotion, tell him you've got very sensitive skin and allergies, ask if he'll come down. I'd ask if he'll come down and help apply the lotion so I can beat the shit out of him. Smart choice. You're sitting at home alone, and all of a sudden your door slams shut. You see it before your very eyes, and you know that no one is home, and it couldn't have been a gust of wind. Stay perfectly still, watch the door, look for a weapon, jump up and try to climb out the window. I would stay perfectly still and watch the door. I'm very much paralysis by analysis kind of person. I am very much a paralysis by analysis kind of person. I like that.
Someone I've known for many years, but have no attraction to, tells me that they have had a massive crush on me for a long time. I would say I'd tell them that I'm flattered but not interested. If I weren't dating, I would ask them out on a date. If I weren't with Storm, I would ask them out on a date because I believe everyone deserves a fair shake in dating. But I'm also never going to cheat on anyone, so tell them that I'm flattered but not interested. Well, flattered but taken. Oh, what do you mean one of those types? Hold on, that just clicked. What do you mean one of those types? God damn, I thought you said you weren't going to judge. Your dog starts randomly barking into the darkest corner of your living room. There doesn't appear to be anything there, but your dog insists on escalating to growls. Try and calm them down by petting them. Stand and stare in the corner. Walk over to the corner and extend your hand. I'd probably stand and stare at the corner to see if anything moves with my dog. I'm taking note of that. Don't scare me. I'll kick your shit in. You see a massive spider in your room the size of your hand. What do? Grab something bigger to smash it. Yeah. If I had to, I'd probably pick up my end table and use that. Huh. So my closest family member is a serial killer, and they tell me. I'll try and convince them that they need help. Before turning them in, I try and convince them to get help. If you found out that you had one day left to live, I would not tell anyone at all, just act as if nothing changed. Because if I told them, it would be so much worse for them because they knew they only had that day with me left. Assuming they even like being around me. One of your pets started speaking to you and told you that they've got a dire warning that they were going to die if you didn't let them eat all the ice cream in the freezer. What would you do? I'd fucking give them all the ice cream they could goddamn handle, dude. If they can learn to speak, they deserve the ice cream. If all of a sudden you could start hearing other people's thoughts and the person next to you was thinking about mugging you and stealing your money, I would preemptive action, beat them up first, get away from them as quickly as possible, ignore it, or tell them you don't think mugging you is a good idea. I'd say tell them you don't think mugging you is a good idea, because I love psychological mind games. I adore them! Your best friend comes to you and tells you that they just accidentally killed someone and they don't want to go to prison. What do? I'd try and convince them to turn themselves in, because obviously if it was an accident, stuff needs to be sorted out. And it's going to be worse for you if you just stave off the authorities and stuff. Especially mental health-wise. So I try and convince them to turn themselves in and get some help. What do you mean? Are you disappointed I'm not gonna go on a crime spree with them or something? They didn't mean to do it! You're driving in your car and you accidentally run someone over. You're pretty sure that they're okay, but the fact that their head is clearly detached from their body suggests that it's probably just wishful thinking. I turn myself in immediately. I'd just call the cops in hysterics if I did that. I wouldn't be able to do anything else. Oh! You cunt muffin. Interesting how that played out? Oh, fuck you. There's another portion? Would you rather? Okay. Imagine you've got a gun to your head. Absolutely have to choose an answer. Okay. No matter how uncomfortable that may be, let's get started. I'd rather be loved by all. What was that? I don't like... Why do you have the ambient sounds of someone... Fuck you, dude. Jeez. God, I hate horror games. I'd rather be loved by all because I feel like love is better and stronger and more important than fear. Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? I'd rather never get jealous. I can manage anger. I'd rather not manage jealousy. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or by your friends? I'd probably have to say my friends. I don't know why. That's just the first thing that came to mind, and otherwise it would be a tie. So I just went with my gut. Would you rather live in space or live under the sea? Oh, I'd rather live in space, dude. At least I know there's not going to be anything that just crawls out of the fucking depths to eat my fucking schlongus, you know? I'd rather be in space. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them? I would rather donate my organs to people who need them, because then I know it's going towards something important. Or if I donate it to science, it might not wind up in the place that I want it to. I'm also getting a couple of these potatoes eaten, because they're damn good. So, to people who need them. Would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something you didn't do, or get away with something honorable or horrible you did, but always live in fear of being caught? I'd rather go to jail for 5 years simply due to the fact that potato went down the wrong pipe. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sheesh. Okay. I would rather go to jail for 5 years because I hate fear. I do not want to live in fear of getting caught. Work at a horrible job that you have, but retire comfortably in 10 years from now? Or dream job but work till the day that I die. Based on the fact that my dream job is YouTube, and I wouldn't have to stay retired, I'd rather just get the money and retire in 10 years. Would you rather every shirt you'll ever wear be somewhat itchy, or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper? Dude, I'd rather use one-ply toilet paper, because you can fold that shit up. I didn't realize that tater tots could kill you. Fuck. Would you rather have skin that changes colors depending on your mood, or have tattoos appear on your body that depict what you did yesterday? Dude, I'd love the color-changing skin, honestly. Would you rather shit every time you orgasm, or orgasm every time you see a dog? Ugh. I'll take orgasm shits for 5,000, Alex! Because it's way more... Well, is that more hideable? Hear me out. If you're just sitting there, and you just had fantastic schmecks with your significant other, and then you just... a smell wafts into the air, they're like, what the... And then you just... How is that better than orgasming every time you see a dog? I'd orgasm every time I see a dog because you can actually hide it better. If your partner switched bodies with one of your parents and the only way to get them to switch back was to have sex with one of them, would you rather have sex with your partner in your parent's body or have sex with your parent in your partner's body? No, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just answer the question. I'd have sex with my partner in my parents' body because for me, the person is the mind. And it would be my partner's mind that I'm having sex with. Oh, you bastard! Yeah! No, we have! You can stop now. Okay, short series of questions. Out of the following options, which number do you like the best? I actually... I like 46 the best. Which color makes you feel the most relaxed? I'd say green, honestly. Out of the following options, which creature are you the least comfortable around? Probably scorpions. Because with spiders, you could just... and they're dead, you know? But with scorpions... they got them strong shells, and they got way more potent poison, so scorpions. Out of the following options, which flavor is your favorite? Oh, mint, hands down. I like chocolate, vanilla, and peanut butter, don't get me wrong, especially chocolate peanut butter, or chocolate vanilla swirl, but mint? Oh, that's some good stuff. Out of the following options, which do you personally value the most? I personally value freedom the most. Freedom to choose your family, freedom to choose your friends, freedom to earn money, however you see fit. As long as it's not like a scummy kind of deal. If you can earn money by doing something as niche as YouTube or by doing something as vast as just cleaning. That's why that's the kind of freedom that I'm talking about. Out of the following options, which could you most live without? Family, friends, money, or freedom? I can make do without money. I can make do. Out of the following options, which statement is the most accurate? I am brave, I am caring, I am smart, I am attractive. I guess caring? Damn it! Why do I have to choke on that fucking potato, dude? I'd say caring. Probably fits me best. What am I most afraid of out of these? Probably losing my loved ones. Almost finished, but one final question. Oh? Have you ever punched a nun? It's back, baby! We are back to the nun punch! I have not punched a nun yet. No, the opportunity has not arisen. You really ought to try it sometime. It can really take the edge off. Okay, we're done here. I'm through with you. Oh, well, thanks. That's a real good phrasing. I'm just going to calculate your results very carefully. Don't want to miss anything important. If you're also human like you implied at the beginning of this quiz, you're going to judge me. You can't stop it. Aha, here we go. Based on what you've told me, I've come to a conclusion. This is what I personally believe would be in your best interest to acknowledge, set in motion, and accomplish in order to climb the ladder to happiness in your life. First and foremost, I'd like to start with a blanket statement that everyone truly needs to hear. Something that is taken for granted far more than anything else in life. Something that has such an incredible, unique, irreplaceable value compared to any other thing on this earth. And that, my friends, is the value of time. Time is the most valuable form of currency you will ever hold in life. You can spend time on anyone, doing anything for any reason. Now, time can be spent, time can be wasted, and time can be taken away. But time can never be refunded, time can never be earned back, and more time can never be gained. Imagine a bank account with all the money you'll ever get to spend in life. Now imagine not knowing how much money is in your account. Imagine going to the store one day to purchase something you really need, and the cashier tells you, "I'm sorry, but you cannot afford that. As a matter of fact, you can never afford anything ever again." We only have so much time, and we'd have no idea just how much or how little we truly have before our bank account runs dry. And the fact that we get to decide and choose what we spend our time on just shows you how truly special it is when someone spends their time on you. So now that we understand the incredible value of time, I'd like to make a suggestion for you personally and how I think you'd be best spending your time in order to achieve what you need most in this current stage in your life. Let's see here. Well now, you just might be one of the most pleasant souls to ever walk this earth. The problem is you're afraid of opening up and showing people the real you. And when I say the real you, I don't mean the you that your family and friends know. I mean the you that only someone you could trust with your deepest secrets would ever get to see. You see, you're actually a pretty amazing individual, but you think people are going to judge you way too harshly if they knew you completely. My advice to you would be to open yourself up a bit more and actually show the deepest parts of you more freely. Even the parts of yourself that you may think people would find very unlikable. You'd be shocked just how many others are exactly like you, but you're never going to find out unless you take the time to open up to new souls. If you can master this little trait and feeling more comfortable opening up, then an entirely new world of opportunity will open up to you as well. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is reveal. Remember this word, it will come in handy. Reveal. You're making me choke up, man! Come on! Come on! Okay, is this just more about the secret word? Opportunity to be a part of... Yep. So it's the same thing. It will all make sense very soon, trust me on that. One more thing. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. Aww. The third and final all will finally be revealed, but not a single person has been able to figure out this entire experiment is all about yet. Okay. Interesting. All those credits. So our word for this is reveal. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look at the list. Bijou Mike did this? Yo, I didn't even know. Holy moly. That is really cool. Anyways, guys, hopefully you learned some new cool stuff about me, and I hope you guys try these games out yourself, because it's very enlightening. It is so nice to get this stuff talked about. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget about those comments down below that I said earlier in the video. Thank you guys yet again for watching. You guys are all beautiful people. You guys make this possible. You guys are all amazing, and you should feel amazing, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye! Mm.